So I don't want you to think that I forgot about my challenge and telling my story on how I got started, because I know a few of y'all wanted to know how I got started. So basically, the way I got started was out of the blue. I have been working for an attorney for a good bit, since about 2006, off and on, and all the way until about March 25th of this year. So I have been working for that attorney for a good bit, maybe about 12 years. But prior to me quitting my job, I started about almost 2 years ago with this company. And the reason I started trading was because I've always wanted to invest. My boss actually would always tell me, Tatiana, you need to learn how to invest. Tatiana, you need to learn how to play in the stock market. He would always talk about his stocks and how, you know, his stocks made him a millionaire more so than his actual career. So most of his money came from the stock market and learning how to invest his money versus the actual personal injury firm, right? And so, you know, I told myself, okay, cool, but I want to do that. I just don't know where to start. And of course, he never told me where to start, and he never taught me how to start or where to start or gave me any information on it, right? So luckily, my brother-in-law, Gustavo Alanis, he had been trading for a few years, and I had no idea what he was doing. So finally, about 2 years ago, I got curious around December when he came to visit the family, and I was like, hey, like, what are you doing? I need to know exactly what you're doing, because I honestly, I have no idea. You're always in here, you're always talking to people, you know, you're always on calls, and I just never really understood what he was doing. So that's when he broke it down to me and told me that he was just spreading the opportunity and letting people know that you can actually do something different with your life, that you can actually trade and invest your money for money instead of investing your time for money. And then once he explained that concept to me, it really just made sense, because I've always wanted to learn how to trade in the first place anyway, right? So I was lucky enough to see that, hey, there's a full-on online academy where I can learn. There are live educators where I can sit there and learn from and chat with and, you know, give my analysis to. I had 24/7 support from a huge community, and everything just kind of fell into place and just made sense to me. Aside from having money-making tools that would make me money, and aside from having a team of pretty great traders that would also make me money. So with that being said, you know, I told myself, okay, you're going to start this opportunity. You know, my husband didn't really want me to do it. He was a little skeptical about it. You know, he told my brother-in-law this better work, right? And so I told myself, yeah, I'm going to have to make this work. So I pretty much every day, day in and day out, put in time to this craft. I was on calls every day. You know, I was trying to learn something every day. I was on a new class every day. I was watching an educator. I was watching my mentors, and really just develop this skill through time and put in the effort to actually learn it for myself while also making some money on the side. So, you know, while all this was happening, I just knew that eventually one day in the near future, I was going to quit my job and I was going to do this full time. And that's exactly what happened. March 25th, 2019, I told my boss that was going to be my last day. I told my boss, I gave him a 30-day notice actually in February, and told him, you know, this is it. This is my chance. And he was happy for me. He was actually proud of me. And he was happy to see me go venture off and do something that was actually going to benefit myself and not just benefit him. So, you know, I'm sitting here today all happy and you know, with the enthusiasm that I have about this, because I know that this is something that could really change your life. I know that this is something that, you know, can make an impact upon other people's lives as well. So learning about this you know, I was able to just carry on a lot more knowledge in life and kind of lose fear for, you know, what is to come. Because a lot of people, they don't take leaps of faith because they're scared. And I was one of those people. I was always scared to try new things. I was always scared to do something different. You know, obviously working in the same field for years, you know, it's kind of hard for you to try to learn something new. But for me, I just understood, you know, and me, I love learning anyway. I went to college. I went to Loyola University. I love to learn anyway. So I knew that this was something that I could put time into, and I knew that I had a reason why I was doing it. Now, I've developed over the past 2 years several reasons why I do this. And of course, first and foremost is my family, my husband, my 4 kids. Yes, I have 4 kids. And, you know, the household that we've built. And also I do this for my parents, you know, my mom, to where I don't want her working a job anymore. I don't want her to have to work for an attorney anymore. Also my dad, who's in jail, you know, like he's actually learning about the market himself. He's actually keeping up with news and sending me emails and updates. So you should short the euro this week, or you should do this week. You know, so it's pretty amazing. I have a line of people that I do this for and why I do this. My grandmother, who has Alzheimer's, is just not getting any better lately. And, you know, I've really just taken it upon myself to bring my entire family forward with this new way of making money and this new way of me investing my money, multiplying it, while also creating a business around it and creating leaders around me. So you already know what we do. You already know what it is. You know my story. And I just wanted to leave that with you guys because I knew that, you know, I told you guys the other day I was going to let you know how I got started. And this is it, you know, this is the journey. It's never gonna end. I'm always gonna help others. I'm always gonna reach out to others. And if you know me and you've talked to me before, you already know that I've got your back. So y'all have a great day. Of course, I'll probably be back on later, but I just wanted to leave you guys with that. Peace out.